Welcome back. Humans are pack animals. Sometimes we might enjoy a little quiet time, but for the most part, we like to socialize and get to know people. We don't like being branded as reserved and remote. So, in order to fit in, we subconsciously follow and mimic the actions of a larger group. That way we feel comfortable and more accepted. How does this relate to investments? Research says that when an investment involves risk, we experience enormous stress, which really makes sense. When you make a decision that could go wrong, that's stressful. Under pressure, we doubt our own judgment and trust the decisions of the larger group. That's because we inherently believe that a larger group cannot be wrong. We might have plenty of reasons to not follow the group, but because there are more of them, we are convinced that the group knows something more than we do. This is called herd mentality. Now, the problem with herd mentality in stock markets is that it leads to frequent buying and selling and thus losses. We as investors are always following the latest and the greatest trends that are being chased by those herds. Here's an example. When the herd was following cement stocks, we sold all our existing positions and bought cement stocks. After a while, the herd moved on to banking stocks. So we sold all the cement stocks to buy banking stocks. And sometimes we sold existing cement stocks with zero appreciation or even at a loss. In this entire process, we ignored all our research, risk tolerance, professional advice, management rules, and even just common sense. Our reason for this irrational behavior is that we got an assurance from the fact that many others are also doing the same. And, well, they can't all be wrong, right? What happens next? For a retail investor like us, it got extremely difficult to accurately time our trades. Most of the time, when we entered into a herd trend, it's already too late. The trend is at its peak and we were caught in the downhill rush. Other investors already took advantage before then and stepped away to leave us with our losses. So, how can you avoid the herd mentality? I'm sure you've heard these sayings. If all your friends jumped off a cliff, would you jump too? Do not chase after an investment just because the herd is doing so. Do your own homework to be sure before following any herd trend. Investments chased by herds are always overvalued. Check the valuations before making a decision. Do not go by the path of the herd type and optimism. It's best to rely on your own logic and research. Trust yourself. You know what you are doing. If you want to make money in the markets, we have to go against the herd. We have to be the trend setters. Lead that herd where you want it to go. Coming next is self-attribution bias, where we want to show how an investor stops learning and thus starts losing money. Until then,